Well, as promised, Mary Rose and Ryan Barrett have agreed to continue the conversation about the exciting Civil Marriage Initiative. Thank you so much for being back with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And on Tuesday's show, we get to see the video and actually see some of the participants of the initiative as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the roots of the initiative? What drew you into doing this project?
Well, it wasn't something we set out to do, but in working in our own parish, both as volunteers, and as staff at the parish, we saw that there was these couples coming forward. Maybe their kid was receiving their first communion, or maybe they had some sort of event in their life where they said, "Hey, we got married by justice of the peace. We got married on the beach, but now we want a sacramental marriage in the Catholic Church." And they could articulate like no one else could the difference between being married sort of naturally versus being married with the grace of the sacrament. Yeah. And we realized that the way that we were treating them, the way that we were working with them, was almost as if they were receiving a second-class sacrament. But we all know there are no second-class sacraments. And so there weren't any resources for them, but their conversion and what they gave back to the community was extraordinary. And we started hearing in the 75 dioceses that we work with, hey, what are you doing for these civilly married couples? Do you have any plans? And so it was really at the request of the dioceses and parishes that we work with that we said, okay, we need to do something specifically for civilly married Catholics who want to have a sacramental marriage.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And you were actually educating me too earlier. Convalidation.
Big word. Can we put the definition across the bottom?
That's we should do that afterwards.
Convalidation.
Yeah, talk about that. Apparently, it's got a little bit bad rap for some people, but talk about how that's bringing people in.
Yeah, that word. Yeah, it's we were attempting to see if we could find a more pastoral word or a word that maybe is more accessible. But convalidation obviously is the term. Sometimes people have it. They will say, "Oh, we want to have our marriage blessed," but it kind of speaks of this opportunity for engagement between the parish and this amazing couple. The Lord's already doing something in their life, and they want to have God as a part of their marriage. They see that what they had civilly was they want more, and so convalidation sort of just speaks to that process whereby they receive their sacrament becomes elevated, as Christ would say. Is elevated from something natural and good to something that's sacramental.
Okay.
And so often that is preparation to receive what we call convalidation, but really the sacrament of marriage. They don't really receive preparation. Maybe they meet one or two times in the priest or deacon's office, and he says, okay, well, today you can have your marriage blessed. And many of them do not even realize they're receiving a sacrament. Okay. And
it's almost like they just like getting something blessed, like a sacramental, but they want more than that. They weren't even able to verbalize that as well, but they were asking for more of these couples.
Yes.
And you touched on this a little bit too, but the need for this, have you seen anything like this type of effort going on anywhere else?
No, there are dioceses that were interested. I know Bishop Joseph Strickland in Tyler, Texas. He was the first one to really put a bug in our ear. About a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, he said, look, I want to reach every civilly married couple, Catholic in this diocese, and say, hey, what about more? And we just said, wow. Imagine if we tried to reach every civilly married baptized Catholic in the United States who could receive the sacrament.
In fact, he tasked us, one priest in his diocese, to pretty much go throughout the diocese and to make sure that every baptized Catholic that was married outside of the church civilly would at least be invited over a 2-year period to have their marriage blessed. And I think that becomes sort of the catalyst for the Civil Marriage Initiative, where we're seeing it's an opportunity where our whole nation can sort of have a mentality of invitation to couples. And I think what's interesting about this program and this time we're in the church, as sacramental numbers are declining in so many areas, this is the one area where parishes from coast to coast and from border to border are saying that number is rising, or these couples are somehow coming back to the church, which is beautiful, which we need in the United States to keep places open.
Yeah.
But until now, there was no real process or path for them. There was no sort of official way to invite. And then when they would come into the process, what do we do with them? So we've seen parishes just, yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. What do we do with these couples? And it's beautiful, the fruit and the enthusiasm and the excitement when people go, wow. We don't have anything for these couples. And so this initiative it's been so powerful.
Yeah, and we just have like a minute left, but we saw a little bit from the video. If those people didn't see Tuesday's show, they didn't get the full response, but beautiful couples that really have responded to this. Maybe talk quickly about some of the responses that you've got from couples that have done this.
That video that was shown is also on our website, witnesstolove.org/civil marriage. And so the whole initiative, the whole page, all the resources, pew cards, bulletin announcements, social media campaigns, it's all free, it's all there. And there's also a review set of materials people can order or request there. But there are so many people saying, my parish needs this. And so many people who were civilly married and had their marriage blessed. They are the ones really on the forefront of evangelization, leading RCIA, CCD, Eucharistic ministers, lectors. They are the ones who just see this fire in their life, and it's really the Holy Spirit. And so it's just been so powerful to see a whole diocese saying, we want to do this.
And when these couples came to the church, they weren't just seeking a venue, like some younger couples today, but they were actually seeking a sacrament, which was a totally different starting point with regard to pastoral care.
This is beautiful. Great program. It's great to see this, and thank you both for doing this ministry. This is great. Mary Rose, Ryan, thanks again, and we wish you all the best. Again, witnesstolove.org is the website to go to. We're going to go back to the rest of This Is the Day.